Before I start, there is one notable update for this episode from the last, and that's that I've gotten rid of the point system. I knew after I made the first Cartoon Clash video that I didn't want the point system to return. Even though I picked topics the two cartoon things versing each other have in common, they also tend to have plenty within that same topic that makes them different from each other. Yes, I probably prefer one out of the two of them more in that individual topic, but there is also a chance that I could give one of the cartoon things in the verses less points than the other, and still like it more than the other thing it is versing. For example, I could give Leela 5 points and still prefer Lana, and vice versa, and it just doesn't make sense to have a point system if it doesn't really mean anything. The reason I might prefer one to the other, even if it has less points, is because there are many more factors that come into my final decision of which cartoon thing is better than the main points I list in these videos. So instead, I will be comparing. I might even say which I prefer in some sections, but there won't be a point system. I know this probably sounds confusing, and that's my fault since I can't summarise it better, but just know that I found the point system ultimately pointless. See what I did there? Welcome to Cartoon Clash Episode 2. This episode is focused around the two badass female characters that I think have at least a little in common. Futurama's Taranga Leela versus Archer's Lana Kane. Two characters go into the ring, but only one will come out victorious. Which badass character do I think is best? Welcome to Cartoon Clash. Personalities. Let's talk about the personality similarities first. Also, try to say personality similarities 3 times fast. I haven't tried it, but it sounds like it'll be difficult. Both of the characters are badass, and for the most part more serious than the rest of the cast of characters they are around. Being the serious characters, they also tend to get angry the easiest, mostly because of their worker stupidity. They aren't the smartest characters in the shows they are in. I'd say that it'd be Farnsworth and Krieger or even Mallory, but they do make the most sense. Since they are the serious characters, they tend to lecture the others on what's right and what's wrong. Leela gets angry slightly less than Lana does, but Leela also doesn't have to put up with Sterling Archer. That being said, when Leela is angry and focused, she's still very scary to be around. Partners/relationships. Both of the characters are more mature and serious than their partners. Both of their partners for missions are also their main love interests. Leela has to deal with Fry, a well-meaning but dim-witted man who lives in the future due to getting frozen by accident. Lana has to deal with Sterling Archer, a self-absorbed arsehole that's always putting himself in the worst situations. Their partners are more done than them, and thus get into bad situations more than them, meaning it's often Leela or Lana having to help or rescue them. As for relationships themselves, Leela and Fry are very on and off, but always end up getting happy endings with each other after every series final that Futurama's made. Lana and Archer are fairly on and off, though not nearly to the extent of Leela and Fry. When Leela and Fry are together, they do argue, but not nearly as much as Lana and Archer. Lana and Archer are far funnier as a couple than Leela and Fry are, just because Leela and Fry's arguing is usually more serious, while Archer and Lana's is played up more for laughs with occasional serious moments. While I would hate it for Lana and Archer not to end up together, their relationship isn't something I'm extremely interested in. I'm not extremely interested in Leela and Fry's either, but like Lana and Archer, them ending up together is very important. I do feel far more of a reason to care about Leela's relationship with Fry, because Futurama packs in a bunch of emotional episodes to give me an actual reason to care. Comedy. Since these two are the most serious characters out of the groups they are associated with, I usually find them the least funny members of their groups. A large amount of both of their characters' funnier moments are them reacting or responding to what the characters around them do or say. Another thing both characters have in common with each other is they can be pretty funny when it comes to them being violent. I think Leela is the funnier of the two in the violent situations. The hee-ya noise can be seen as serious, but there have been a few jokes in the series where she fails to land the kick that comes with that memorable noise. That being said, Lana is probably funnier when it comes to reacting to her surroundings and the cast of characters she's around. Because of this, I think the characters are pretty equal when it comes to the comedy they bring to the table. Badassery/toughness. Now we get to their closest thing in common, and the thing I have the least to talk about. I think it's pretty difficult to decide who is more badass. Leela might appear it at first as she takes down aliens, but that's normal for her universe, while as Lana mostly takes down people with weapons. Leela is better at hand-to-hand, and Lana seems to be better with guns. I don't think either character would do well in each other's shoes. If one character is more badass than the other, then it's by an extremely small amount, and is extremely debatable, so I'd say they are as badass as each other, just in different ways. I don't think either of these characters are the funniest from the shows they are from. They are very needed for the plot though, as both of them bring more serious tones into these shows, and help add at least a little sense of realism into otherwise ridiculous worlds. There are many different factors that come into deciding which is the better character, but I do prefer Leela. I think since I don't find either character hilarious, Leela's more well-developed romance with Fry is what makes me like her more than Lana. I know this was a shorter Versus episode, but as they are just characters and not full-on shows, it was bound to be a fairly short one, at least compared to the last one. The next cartoon clash will hopefully be a bit longer, but I highly doubt it, so don't get your hopes up. Not that you would for these anyway. Thanks for watching this video guys, and like always, this does come down to my opinion, so please tell me who you like more and why you like them more in the comments down below. Until then, bye I guess.